Hi, welcome to the Red Card Tarot. I am Nikita. Today we are getting into a longish reading. I'll see how the spirit guides us, but I do intend to pull out individual messages for the various zodiac signs. I think I just moved the camera accidentally. I'm sorry for the jarring. Okay, so first we are going to talk a little bit about the energies. I have posted an energy update with the physical symptoms you might be going through. There is a lot of interesting stuff happening astrologically. Okay, so there is going to be an eclipse on around 4th of December. Oh, happy new month, everybody. And I need to put this on silent. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, just a disclaimer for any reading ever that you watch, if you are watching, cross watching, what have you, if there is a like the bell of the phone, the ringer goes off, or text message sound, you get a message, or the doorbell rings, if your nose itches, you sneeze, or what are the other symbols, these things indicate you need to pay extra attention to that particular message. So rewind and rewatch that portion of reading, make a note of it. Okay, so there is going to be an eclipse, and at that very message the message dinged, so pay special attention for my viewers because it is going to be significant for you. I'm just checking to see if the audio is recording. Great. This time the eclipse is in Sagittarius, so it's on the axis of Sagittarius and Gemini. This is going to be the last eclipse in Sagittarius till 2029. Okay, before the Sagittarius, it was the Leo Aquarius axis where all the eclipses were happening. So what does that mean for all of us now? Eclipses, they run a 6-month cycle, but the larger scheme of things, about 2.5 years of stuff. So what has been happening? Sagittarius is the sign for being focused on a particular goal, but also for me specifically, I associate it with freedom, of wanting to break free. At this time, a lot of people may want to go internal, might want to rethink what is going on, what they have been doing, where they have been giving in to social pressure from peers, parents, and where they need to establish their freedom, their sovereignty, that they are adults, where they want to take a call on their own life, right? So do we need more light? It's raining out of season, and I do know that might not mean great things for the harvest and for plants and stuff, but oh, the weather really improved because it was hot and humid and quite unbearable, frankly. So there is going to be a whole shift, especially Sagittarius and Geminis have been experiencing. For Sagittarius especially, their entire life, their entire personality, they are being asked again and again to take a hard look at what they have been doing. There are a lot of changes, and if it is not done voluntarily, then tower moments, and that must have been occurring. If you are a Sagittarius, you have a Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, or any important placement of Sagittarius, you might be feeling it in those sectors. We all have most signs in our horoscope, no matter which one that you follow, Vedic or Western or Egyptian or whatever. Follow what you need to, but this eclipse might be impacting you. Same goes for Geminis. A whole bunch of changes happening in your outlook, in the way you've been perceiving things, and the choices I'm hearing that you've been making, rethinking. Now why rethinking and going internal is going to be very important is Venus. Now in Vedic, Venus is supposed to be in Sagittarius as well. So regardless of which you follow, one way or another, the changes and the stuff is happening. But the one that I'm following currently is Venus in Capricorn. Okay, and currently from the beginning of December, it's best that you become a little bit conservative in your spending. If you want to go for a makeover, a haircut or something, this would be the time to do it, because Venus is going to go retrograde in Capricorn on Sunday 19th December right up to January 29th 2022. So, and then it will be in shadow period for pretty much entire of February. What does that mean? Venus is the goddess of wealth, beauty, romance, of all the luxurious items in our life, and which means that when she goes into retrograde, things are going to slow down financially. Anything related to situations, that's not a great time for you to go for a haircut or change your look or something. It will go horribly wrong. But it is a great time for bringing closure or coming to an understanding, where in romantic relationships, especially if you have been at odds with someone, trying to come on the same page, this would be a great time, especially if your ex contacts you when Venus goes into retrograde. Now the important thing is that Venus is the god or goddess of Taurus, and in Taurus there is Uranus, who has been there since August 19, 2021, and is going to be there till January 18th 2022, when it will go direct. Uranus is the planet of sudden changes, and Taurus is the about sturdiness, stability, again earth, your finances. That's why I've been expecting in 2022 the economy to change, something to do with the currency, something to do with our harvest not going really correct. There's going to be sudden changes in land, stuff with land, laws of the land, and things that have not been working, and Saturn has been really challenging Uranus and trying to keep things as they have been. But Uranus, once it goes direct on January 18th, there'll be a lot of upheaval. And Taurians, I'm a moon sign Taurian, and I know a lot of people personally who are Taurians, so that is the time when a whole bunch of shake-up is going to take place in your life. There are certain zodiac signs: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, now Gemini, Sagittarius. We have been already being pushed to the grind to bring about the changes, and we have been prompted by the universe where we need to make those changes. Do we need to work on our health more? Do we need to become more consistent in our work? Do we need to be more open-hearted and allow vulnerability in our relationships? Those have been the common themes that have been coming out in tarot readings, in channel messages, etc. Also, what is going to be very challenging, and not necessary to individuals but as a collective, is because Pluto is also in Capricorn and has been there since end of 2008, and is going to stay there till 21st January 2024. Now, as I have explained many times, the way I look at Pluto is the god of the Akashic record. So it is not something just from one past life or some minor karma or something. This has to do with a whole bunch of things. It's like bringing if relationships has been your major learning point in this life, then there is a cycle that's going to close out, and in a very grounded way. You have had to learn how to be discerning, how to be patient, where should you invest. Those are Capricornian traits. Where do you need to be more disciplined in your relationships and not just jump off the diving board with both your hands and feet. And at least for me, that was a huge learning curve, because being an intuitive, being a psychic, I do know when someone is meant to be in my life or whatever, but they might not be that ready to jump all in, and it might be scary for them that I can make out so much and understand them, or I can predict what's going to happen next or whatever. So I have to keep a certain amount of information to myself and take it easy. And that was one of my lessons. The good thing that is going to be happening is Neptune is going to go direct. So Neptune, in the last 6 months, have a look where you started off 6 months ago with, I don't know, I don't understand, I don't know what new direction is this tarot reading talking about, I don't know where I'm supposed to make the changes. And then over the last few months, slowly but steadily, you did get clarity. You're still not very sure about it, where you have been caught in lies and self-deception, or no, that person is my twin flame, yeah, so what, they don't know I even exist. Twin flames, anywho, I will not get into that right now. But wherever you have been fooling yourself, where you have been insisting, you felt a connection, but the other person has probably directly said no to you, but you don't want to accept it. Consent is not just for women and not just about sexuality. If someone is saying no, whatever their reason, logic might be, take it as a no and move on. Does it hurt? Of course it does, but it's your ego hurting because you so wanted that thing to happen the way you desired it. So you have to let it go. And I never preach something I don't practice. You have to accept the no's. It's fine. It's not fine, but in a bigger sense, the bigger picture, it's fine, right? So Neptune going direct very soon, a lot of clarity will come. You could have been made to deep dive into emotions you didn't want to experience, denying your feelings for someone, or that you want to head off in a certain way, or where you are desiring freedom in your life, freedom to choose your career, freedom to live on your own, freedom to do whatever, to be in a relationship with a certain person, but traditions are keeping you with someone else where there are no feelings. Getting messy there. I will be doing a reading, in-depth reading, because it's time now to do that reading. So I will be doing it, okay, posting it in a couple of days. So you could have had forcefully universe dunk you deep down, and you had to stay down and experience. You could no longer deny those feelings of where you have been being held back by your own fears, by your own preconceived notions from your childhood experiences. For example, if you grew up in an environment where expressing your emotions was condemned, you were called, oh my god, you're such a girl, you're such a whiny baby, you're always so sensitive, or if your parents wanted you to be very stoic about such situations, and that kind of taught you, or you always had to look after yourself, if you had to be the stronger person at all times. Now it's become hard for you to accept help, ask for help, or be vulnerable in a relationship where it is one of the most important ingredients to show your emotions, express your emotions, to not just expect the other person to be a mind reader. Sometimes even if someone knows, they want to hear it, they want your actions to prove those emotions. So you might have been going through that, and now you'll come up for a gasp of air. you know. And the point is, if you still are going to be in denial, then things are not going to go that great. But if you have understood, this is just my fear, this is just my ego, this is just me not wanting to be vulnerable emotionally, that is keeping me from expressing myself. I'm just afraid of public's perception of me because it means so much to me, and that's why I'm lying to myself and just saying things like, no, at this time I need to focus on my career, I need to, get my finances in order. When you have been lying to yourself, even if someone tells you, hey, listen, this is, when they get a reading and they're like, no, I'm not like that, take some time, go inside and ask yourself, where, in which area of my life does that apply, and then work on it, right? So also Mercury is going to be, I'm not really sure how, but that is also kind of going to be it's going to be in tangent with Venus. No, it's not yet going retrograde. It will go retrograde in middle of January next year. So before that, I really suggest that you figure out your monies and your savings, etc. Try not to spend too much. I know it sucks because Christmas, New Year, festivals, but this year, if you remember last year or beginning of this year rather, and I have who I'm very much in connection with, or my friends, you all know how much I've been warning you for the coming of December and January, with slowing down of things and businesses slowing down, a whole bunch of businesses again going through losses, a lot of deaths happening, and well, right on time comes the new variant. Okay, so there is going to be important, there is a need for clear communication, truths being expressed. If you are trying to renovate your house, then when Venus goes into retrograde, anything to do with remodeling, redoing, your home, your business, what you have to focus on as you're learning is what was succeeding, what was getting you. For example, I'm a very small YouTuber, right? I don't even have a community board, so you can understand I don't even have 500 subscribers yet. So please, if you're watching, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithms. Your comments and likes really help with the algorithms, and more people can receive these messages, so I would greatly appreciate it. So at this time, when the Venus goes into retrograde, it's a wonderful time to reflect upon what was working, what garnered me more views and shares and likes, and do more of that. So you have to keep track of when was your business failing, or when were you getting more money in, what were you doing that led to you getting more dates, what were you doing that got you the stuff that you wanted in Venus's realm, right? Money, love, sex, beauty. What were you eating, or what was your physical exercise regime when you were glowing up, when your skin was glowing, when your hair was beautiful? What kind of outfits were you wearing when you got the maximum compliments, for example? So in the last energy update, I did forget to kind of mention a few things. I just focused on the physical symptoms. This is a physical symptom. You might again suddenly put on weight, or not even weight but fat, because of the intense energies. Whenever such intense energies come down, we do kind of get naturally padded up. And it has nothing to do with what you're eating or not eating, and it does suddenly fall away once you have integrated those new energies, upgrades and downloads, or made the required changes, or when you have shed those blockages, those fears, whatever the work is being asked of you, when you do it, that's when you start seeing positive changes, with your skin, your hair, your weight, a lot of it. Doesn't mean that you don't do your physical exercises. That's not what I'm saying, right? So what else? A lot of you have been asking me for career readings, so I'm going to try and do it today. Let's see what happens. But with all this, I can understand where the anxieties are coming from with regards to your money and career. But I think the time for you to actually, where you'll see things moving forward, clarity and progress and growth happening, will be when Venus goes direct and comes out of the shadow period. So that is end of February, beginning of March approximately. So at this time, with the emotional aspect, what I know, oh yeah, there was another channeling I have to talk about. I'll keep shuffling, okay? So there could be a lot of conflict and arguments because people who have not been doing the inner work are going to suddenly have outbursts. Okay, so they might be a lot of road rage, a lot of people losing their temper. If you are losing your temper, well, you have to check why it is happening, what did you not express. And like I've been saying, when there is blocked throat chakra, especially with phlegm or mucus, those are your symptoms. Well, it does indicate that you need to communicate from a more loving space, more authentic space. And people are still trying to understand their own authentic self, so it's not like they are deliberately out to lie or manipulate, but sometimes they don't even know their own self that well. Okay, so that might be one of the reasons, but also it's the conditioning where society has trained, or you have become the Stockholm syndrome person and upholding the very things, the very traditions that are suppressing you, taking away your rights, supporting a person, a tradition, anything at all that is actually against your own good, the good of womankind, for example, the rights of children, for example, against your good health, for example, and you're just buying into situations blindly because that's what you've been trained to do, not ask questions or something. So there might be a lot of those confusions and emotional havoc kind of feeling coming up, feeling very uncertain. So a whole bunch of emotions are going to want to come up and play, wanting to express, wanting freedom, but the old pulling you, still keeping you stuck, your own fears keeping you stuck, your addictions, be it to work, be it to procrastination, be it to always looking towards someone else to give you validation, praise, help, assistance, wanting to help others too much, wanting to be the martyr in situation that whatever. I know in your head those decisions, those are logic that is justified, but what the universe is trying to probably tell you is it's redundant, it's no longer applicable in your situation. So you have to allow the changes to take place within you and outside of you. So there can be a lot of karmic situations abruptly coming to an end. It has been going on since past 2 years, and yet there were a whole bunch of people who were in resistance, and now things are becoming more and more unbearable in certain relationships, and it can be with family members, toxic friends, toxic siblings, or when somebody is too entitled. Why is this again and again, this message of entitlement coming up? And not just that, someone is being entitled with you, to remind you to check your premise, to see where you act entitled as well. And I don't know who is being called out at this time, but somebody is. So what else? The big channeling for this time, and I wish I had recorded this separately because I don't want anyone to miss it. Highlight, attention, this is important. So for those of you who started this ascension journey, the waking up around 2007, as well as, I'm going to club you guys together, though it's not really, but and around 2012. So for you, the awakening and the ascension was a little slow, and took a while, and you had to really go through the ringer. You might have even had to go through multiple dark nights of the soul. And only if you have been really doing your due diligence and really working, and you have felt the whole transformation, for you, you're going to now start seeing the new dimensional life of yours starting. For a whole bunch of us, it already started a couple of years ago. Those who have not yet seen and are still closing out some old cycles, old chapters, you're going to start seeing it. The point I'm trying to say, okay, those who started having their awakening in the last 2 years, or it will start, the next 2 years are going to be extremely dense, are going to be very crushing. The dark night of the souls, and the changes, and the sudden endings, and the tower moments, all that is going to be really intense for you guys over the next 2.5 years. What they said to me was, the future will be here for one set of people by 2025, for others by 2027. The future is going to be here. That's what I heard. Many readings in between will happen. We'll get more clarity. Okay. And 2022 will see, for a whole bunch of soul connections being brought together by the universe, because their energies, their mission work is going to be required to help. They did say that the new youngsters, now those who are between say 17 to 22, 23-ish, they already came with their high vibrations. Of course, they're going to go through their life experiences, go through their mistakes, if that's what you want to call it, or learning curves and growth. Of course, that's the point of being here. But they've already come in very high vibrations, like rainbow children and crystal children. Those from the 60s and 70s were the indigo children, who have been ascending and crystallizing in this time period. So what was I saying? So the front runners are like, if you think of a piping tube, what am I doing? The piping, or like the pichkari, right? So you have this point. This is like the way showers, those who have gone through, and they are like just the tip of them. And the rest of you, depending on your waves, you're here. And these youngsters are from the back. So with the high energy people in the front and at the back, the squeeze is going to get intense. For those who are unable to, for whatever reason, go through the ascension process, but they are actually high vibe people and good souls and all of that, they are going to cross over and reincarnate when the time is right. The split of the 3D and 5D has already taken place. So now it is going to become very tangible, very visible. You're going to be able to understand more and more. If your so-called spiritual gifts or special gifts are still not online, as in your intuition, your understandings, your telepathy, etc. You really need to see where your blockages are. By now things should have started happening for you quite intensely. Okay, so because of the so many people who requested me for career and finance, here are 5 set of cards. Only one set of messages could be for you, or all of them. They could all tie up and make one story. We will see, and then I will pull out individual guidance as per zodiac signs. Let's start. The first card is number 46, regeneration. So this is telling me it's about your foundation, it is about your stability. It could do something, it could have something to do with a relationship as well, like a marriage, a family, business, where something ended because there was a lot of bickering, is what I'm seeing. A lot of infighting. There was not equal. Somebody had to carry the burden of the whole thing and others were just living off them. If this is not relevant to you, it could be for someone else. So, or it could be about someone in your immediate surrounding whose energy is very heavily in you, or you're thinking about them, So the regeneration doesn't mean you're going to go back to that toxic partnership or toxic family business, and you might have walked off for your own sanity's sake or started your own business, because the next message is let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. So maybe you stayed, maybe you left. Whatever the situation is, you're beating yourself about it, and that is not going to assist you in any way. You're an inspiration to others. If you struck out on your own, started your own business, well, good for you. If you went against your family's desires and dreams and left their business to start your own thing, well, good for you. There's no need for you to carry the guilt, is what is being said. You have to continue to persevere. There will definitely be a lot of growth in your finances. You will build your strong foundation. Okay. You might be someone who markets on social media, okay, and they are asking you to log in, okay. There are people out there who need your product, and you might just need to look at your terms and conditions and maybe rework them as per what your clientele is giving you a feedback on. Why are all the updates and stuff happening right now? I just don't want my recording to stop. Okay. So the next set of messages is leg up. This can be even spiritually. This could be your ancestors. This can be your family members. But somebody is giving you a leg up via a collaboration, again helping you with your foundation, with a partnership, with a business, something that you have been struggling with, but somebody might give you the correct advice. Someone might give you the financial assistance or help you with your marketing. Okay, pay yourself first. Someone here is doing a whole bunch of work but just reinvesting or paying other people on their team but not themselves, and that is a mentality of lack or is keeping you blocked. Make yourself your most important financial obligation, and I will add the word investment. You're your most important financial investment. By setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. So if you are a salaried person or you do pay yourself, keep aside some amount of money, which I have talked about in the beginning part of today's video. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So you are being spiritually guided to put savings aside, to invest in yourself, invest in your future, and do not allow anyone to make you feel selfish for that. You are going to get a fresh new beginning, and especially if you're someone in the creative arts, there's going to be a flush in your creative ideas, you're going to get inspired, there's going to be a flow, anything to do with creative arts, right? You're going to get a fresh new beginning, and you are going to take it right through to the end. You're being asked to present yourself in the best light, to not be self-sabotaging or self-critical, and especially to other people, saying self-damaging things like, oh no, there's so many other people more talented. Don't highlight your weaknesses or be fake humble, and you have to always present yourself or step out as if there's a camera on you at all times. Don't be shy of holding up the mirror to people who are entitled, who want you to give their your service for free to them in the name of they'll give you exposure. Ask to be paid for whenever you do a job. People who want free readings, free cakes, free advertising, free anything, show the mirror to them. Okay? And don't be shy of speaking up for what you feel you deserve. There are people who will want to try and get your goodies for free or next to nothing. Well, speak your truth. That message is coming very loud and clear in both these set of messages. The third message is a message in a bottle. There are some changes you've been going through, maybe trying to have a fresh new start, a new job or something. If you've been waiting to start a new job, you've done with the interview and all that, you might be hearing about it very soon. Again, the message on savings. I'm telling you people, it's important, it's crucial over the next few months to save as much as you can. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So please save, and yes, you're going to hear a message in the near future. You do need to spend some time out in nature to ground yourself, to hear the correct information. There's something that you might be mastering at this time, which you will teach others. And you need to sit with yourself and listen to your insights, so you can follow your inner guidance rather than what others are telling you that this is a stupid idea. I don't know for who this message is, but you need to do your paperwork, otherwise there might be an issue with deportation from some country. You might be someone who there's a huge change coming in for someone, and you need to really pay attention right now and start the new thing, because you might be losing a job unexpectedly. I don't want to induce fear in anyone, but there might be loss of income or something because of the current situation in the world. You might be sent back. You were on temporary visa or something. So get your backup, your contingency plan going up and running now, like like yesterday. Okay. That's tough. I will pull out a few tarot cards if I'm guided to. Now, the fourth set of messages is be very, very careful, because all that glitters is definitely not gold. Someone is lying to you. Someone is saying, invest here. This is a very good scheme. And you know how you will know, because they'll always rush you. They will not let you think or ask for advice or get a second opinion. They'll be like, no, but today is the last day and you need to do it now. And they might offer it to you as if it's the best deal. If it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Be conservative at this time. Don't invest in fool's gold. That's what I'm hearing. And why? Because alright, again your advice is spend some time in nature. It will help you to shift to higher vibration and will remind you of God's infinite abundance. You might be someone who's terribly scared. If you don't invest in this fool's gold, you might lose out on an opportunity of a lifetime, and they're reassuring you it's not true. Take some time, go away from this person and spend some time in nature, so that you lift your vibration. When you lift your vibration, these frauds, these liars, these manipulators, they fall off, or their true nature is revealed to you. When you go out in nature, you might meet someone and suddenly say, oh, you know what, there's this great opportunity, and they might say, oh my God, don't invest in that. I lost so much money. Messages come in various ways. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Okay. And yes, you are going to receive messages through your intuition. Don't ignore it, especially when it comes to completion, closing out, ending something. A business partnership, saying no to this person, it was false, it wasn't true any which way, that offer was not real. So pay real close attention to your intuition at this time. This person might have a past history in corporate, what is it called, when you cheat or defraud people or something like that. They might have cases against them, and you are being personally guided to right now declutter, do a spring cleaning or autumn cleaning, get rid of old stuff. So your intuition, the more you create space outside of you, you also get mental clarity, and you'll be able to listen to your intuition as well, because this intuition could be something to do with something like an independent business. You could have an Etsy shop. You could be creating things like, oh my God, have you seen those hand knitted blankets? And they're so expensive, but they take so much time, and they're so amazing and soft and everything. I had made one for when Dhruv was going to be born, so I know how long it takes. You might be making homemade candles, or I'm hearing pendants and brooches or jewelry, or you have something that you could start, like soaps, or homemade soaps or something like that. Food, cheese, pickles, jams, what have you. You're being advised to focus on that, and you will be receiving divine guidance through your intuition, and things will start lining up for you, instead of going with this fake person, this quick get rich quick kind of thing. Don't fall for it. You have been warned. The final set of messages are something to do with peace. You might be trying to maintain peace with people around you or something like that, which might be counterproductive. You are not bringing the changes required in your business, in your work, in your career, in your professional line. because you're afraid of upsetting people. But what they're saying to you is it is safe for you to do that. Not only is it safe for you to make that shift and change, people are going to support you through it, and it's okay for you to accept help, support. It's time you give yourself permission to allow yourself to receive. The more resources you have available to share with others, open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you, because the more you receive, the more you have for giving to others as well. Especially if you have walked away from someone as a partner, as a family business, and you are choking on your words, you want to leave but you're not leaving. But if you become successful or you are earning well, you can then support them in return as well. All right, so you could become the conduit of good coming to you and through you, and it will bless the world around you, right? The people around you, you really help them. But you do need to be patient, because it is most likely a creative endeavor, or you need to allow your own confidence to shine through. You have to take charge of a situation and you're a little scared, which is very understandable. But you're being asked that trust that all this is being synchronized by the universe. What you wish to share, it's nobody's business, your relatives or your friends, why you're choosing to make a certain decision. It's not their business. They don't have a right to question you or grill you about it. Okay, and your giving nature, maybe there's a time when you need to low-key remind people that you're not selfish just because you want to follow your dream or start your business. If you were selfish, they would know it, right? People think following your dream or taking care of yourself is selfish energy. It really is not. Selfish people do not give. They won't even consider your opinions. So yeah, they might label you, but you're not supposed to get shaken or upset by it, because they are wrong. That's the message I'm hearing. You might have to, because you're so nervous, you might want to do a small trial based thing, not with just your friends. They will give you the feedback that they think you want, but test your audience, for example, or your market, your target audience, right? And you might want to start small and then slowly build it up, and don't be shy of promoting yourself on social media. I'm now just tying up the various messages. Don't be afraid of starting new or letting go of people who are toxic, who are promising you something too good to be true, or something that is not what you want to do. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid of making yourself known on social media and asking for help where you need it, because it will be provided. Do spend some time outdoors, because that's where you might meet someone. That's where you might find someone who advises you or guides you, or your own intuition is going to be working in your favor, when you're outdoors. And for a whole bunch of you, I do keep hearing that your job is independent, and it is on your website, on Etsy, on something. So you really need to hone in and accept help in promoting your goods. Okay, so the advice for Aries at this time is speak your mind, speak your truth, Aries. All right, it is extremely important. Which was the deck I had decided I'm going to use for clarifying? Here you are. No. So Aries, I'm sorry, can somebody please give me the timestamps on SMS, please? On SMS, not in the comments, because then I edit it and I write more. So Aries, let's start now. It is, oh my god, I can't see the reflection. The glare is right there. So somebody please SMS me the timestamps. 49 49, I suppose, minutes. Okay, so your message is speak your mind. You have been wishing for something, you really do know, but you have someone who could be a parental figure, someone older to you, it could be a boss who does not want to listen to your idea, or that you are no longer happy in this work situation, but you got to speak your mind. This has come out in reverse, judgment. You need to decide now, do you want it or you don't want it, because now you're kind of running out of time. Okay, you will be blessed financially if you follow your dreams. Yes, you're afraid of hurting people around you, but that is not the reason why you should not pursue your dream. Because see, King of Pentacles, you're going to be your own boss, you're going to come into so much financial independence. And yes, it's going to be stressful, you'll have to put in a lot of work, there will be nights when you won't be able to sleep, you'll be figuring things out, but it'll totally be worth it, Aries. All right, so Taurus, prayers and wishes are being answered at this time. Taurus, your wishes and prayers are being answered. You need to be patient for a while. You need to just continue staying in balance. The universe and angels are working behind the scene. Okay, you are being guided with your intuition at this time. You need to learn a little bit. There might be secrets, or there might be something you know which you are not willing to talk about, but you intuitively know whether to invest in something or not. There is a lot of success, happiness, abundance that is going to come through if you pay attention to your intuition and stay patient. Your wishes are definitely being granted at this time, and not just financially, mind you, Taurus. With two cards of prayers and wishes, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Oh my. That's spicy. What's going on, Taurus? What are you wishing for? Tell me down in the comments below. What are you wishing for? Geminis and Cancer. Cancer. Okay. Gemini, accept love for your work and your profession, and things to go really good and in your favor. You need to become more of a team player, not just pretend to be a team player, but really delegate, ask for help, ask for assistance, or whatever you need. Love over here is not talking about just love. If you're going through issues, if there's a family member not well, it's okay to accept help and support. Geminis, definitely someone here needs help, assistance, healing is what I'm hearing. The star has come out upside down, and I can definitely say it could be the direct impact of the eclipse, because it's in the house right opposite you. So there could be things that are going on, not necessarily directly with you. This wanted to come out again. It's in the reverse, and 7 of Swords. So there could have been a situation of self-sabotage or lying to yourself, but it seems it could be someone else who was around you, who was lying, cheating, betraying, stealing your ideas, stealing your credit. That's coming to an end. That's coming to an end, because you need to walk away from that situation. Just allow them to disappear. Yeah, that cycle is over. And since we are talking business and work, this could be a work situation where this is happening, and that is why you need someone to help you through this very difficult time. If someone collapsed your business, stole your recipe and went ahead and started their own business, for example, because I'm seeing scenes from a movie where this lady steals the recipe of a hair product and then starts her own and becomes much more famous, and the movie's about her though. So, but that could have happened to someone here, and not necessarily recipe, but that was the image flashing. So Cancers, healing waters. Okay, so something is coming towards you, Cancer, which is going to help you. Ideas, people, you have probably gone through an emotional time when it comes to your finances. You might have gone through feeling very, how should I say, lack of funds or difficult. Your funds were, what I'm seeing is you had the money but on paper it was kind of stuck or jammed. I don't know, I'm seeing weird things. So like people would think you're sorted financially, but you had to literally live hand to mouth for some time, and it got you in a very bad emotional state. But now you're ready to take action. There is a wonderful partnership coming your way. You're going to take charge. Don't let your ego and pride get in the way, because you need to collaborate for success to happen for you. You really do. You need to really take charge with the King of Wands, who takes action, who is very dynamic and passionate and filled with energy, along with Emperor card at the bottom of the deck, and again truth, victory. There'll be a lot of communication happening for you, Cancerian. There has to be collaborative and teamwork. You cannot want to be isolated and think you will figure it out. No, it's going to take more than one person to help you sort it out, and you have to take charge and make the first move. Ask them for the collaboration. Don't let your pride and ego or vanity or what will people think or my public image, don't let those kind of things, don't let your stubbornness steal a good opportunity from you, because if you let that part of you leave, this situation is going to get healed, it's going to get better. All right, so Leos for Leos. Thank you. And Virgos, gratitude and thanks. So Leos, at this time I would highly recommend you get yourself a gratitude journal. Look back over the years and look back at all that you do have instead of what you don't have, because the more you focus on what you don't have, the more you're going into a mentality of lack, in a poverty consciousness, and the less you'll be able to manifest. Besides, if you are healthy or you have a job, if you are being financially taken care of, or whatever, you have a home, you have food, you have clothes, whatever, the more you are grateful, the more healing, good luck, the more you come back into your pure energies, right? Including thanking people who are helping you in any form. Okay, just be doing your journaling, your gratitude journal. Really work through it with 2-3 months. Just really focus on your gratitude journal. It's really going to bring you a lot of abundance. Okay, there is a choice that you will have to make between 2 jobs, 2 partners, 2 directions, 2 professions, something, a relocation for some of you might be happening. Okay, because you kind of got tired of waiting for some ships to come in, and you decided, okay, I'm going to move forward, because even though you had everything, you were not feeling prosperous, you were not seeing the harvest, or you were feeling disrespected in a certain situation. you are probably not being given the due credit for the hard work you were putting in your workplace, or by your boss or something, and they were treating you like a child. You were not being paid enough, and you really put a lot of time and effort and energy, and now there seems to be an option opening up in front of you, and you're like, okay, fine, I'm not going to wait around here till one fine day they realize my value and worth. I recognize it, so I am going to someone who is going to pay me so much more, and this decision of yours is going to bring you success and prosperity and the recognition that you so want. Because this previous place, this previous job or whatever made you feel unappreciated. They weren't giving you your due credit. Nobody puts a Leo in a corner. Virgos. Rebirth and reinvention. So this is a time where you are going through a huge transformation. You might have just recently left a job, you might have moved, relocated, something like that, and you are going to transform. You're going to transform your whole life, is what I'm hearing. Like, reinvent yourself. Please do it before Venus turns retrograde, especially if you're going in for a physical, like haircuts or anything to do with that. Do it before Venus goes retrograde. If you're someone like an Instagrammer, an influencer is the word, well, I suggest you keep what is it called? I'm seeing it in my head, but like record your entire journey, so that when you feel ready, you have like an entire day 1 to whenever this was the transformation, this is how long and this is the hard work that it took, how to set up my business, or how I changed my body, or how I did whatever, you as an influencer, or whatever you do, right? So Virgos, okay, yeah, definitely something ended for you around Scorpio season, could be which left you very tired, exhausted. You felt horrible, in fact, and it kind of made you wonder what you want to do for long term. If you were expecting some change, apology from your colleague or whoever, it's not coming in. You lost a lot of money in a certain situation. I'm going to pull out an additional card. It could have been a temporary job situation for some of you, but now there is going to be fast movement, and yes, there is, whatever the action is, it's going to be quite sudden. And again, for the third sign, you're getting Sun at the bottom of the deck, so it will lead to better foundations. It will be much more a stable job. It is going to pay much better than the previous one. So whatever it is that the new that is coming in and quite suddenly, it is going to be really, really good for you. I do see that there is some challenging times ahead, but hold on, it will work out. All right, don't get demotivated. Don't quit now, is what I'm hearing. I mean, you can change the job. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, don't get demoralized. Yeah, that's what I mean. Libra, messages for Libra. Okay, Libra and Scorpio. For Libra, affirmations for acceptance. You are feeling like you have to pretend something, wear a mask to fit in, or you are feeling out of place, like you don't belong. You might have recently joined a corporate place and you were used to being a freelancer. That's just an example, but you're feeling like, what do I do? Where have I ended up? And you took a chance, or you're being asked to take a chance, okay? But at this time, you really need to work with affirmations for success, for whatever. and work with your throat chakra. Speak up, be your authentic self, right? And that's what you're afraid of, acceptance. That should I pitch my ideas? Will my team hate on me? Something like that. So open up, start working with first your inner self with affirmations for your confidence, for acceptance, for success, and then go right ahead, because at this time the universe is supporting you. So yeah, if you want to take a chance with your own business, again, this seems to be the time to do it. You seem to be feeling stuck, unable to move forward, right? That I don't know the truth, I'm not sure, should I, shouldn't I? I think use this time to reflect and work on your inner self. Yeah, you're really not being able to make a decision, are you? You feel stuck because it will ask a lot of transformation and change from you to, change yourself, your personality, maybe the dress code. Maybe you're used to having purple orange hair and now you cannot, right? So you're really feeling stuck, you don't know what to do, and you are okay financially, you might have some savings, but not enough that you have to take a decision now. You feel like you won't be able to enjoy yourself, or it is not something you wished for. At this time, I suggest, if you do have a job or you're so confused, maybe just hold on to it till end of February, and when the new fiscal year starts would be the time when you could then decide then, because you'll have more clarity by that time. That's what I suggest, but it's your life, you do as you wish. So Scorpions, you are being asked to really give in to your passion. If you are someone into music, songs, media, allow the transformation to be shown to the people, showcase your talent to the world is what I'm hearing, Scorpio. You could be into writing, painting, working with fabric. Wow, I'm seeing the fabric industry. Your clothes, if you have an Etsy shop or something, it will become ultra popular, kind of like trending, wow, okay. So yeah, you have to now choose. You can't just keep wanting to do something. Now showcase it, now take the step forward, because it's going to lead to, like I said, so much success. This will be your legacy. You'll have a lot of financial success, you'll have all your needs taken care of. There will be people around you who will help you, who will be like psychophants, and also be a little careful of that. You would have to invest in this, or you have been investing in this, and now you need to just work, collaborate with others, showcase your stuff, put it out there for consumption. Yeah, and someone is going to come in and help you out with this. You've really been working hard, manifesting this. Okay, that's amazing, Scorpio. So this is going to be a good time for you to, start the working with others part of it, because the ideas of yours, you've already been working on it, you have been trying and making samples or what have you. Okay, Sagittarius, go with the flow, Sagittarius. So you're being asked not to be in resistance to what the universe is guiding you towards. And Sagittarians, the eclipse is in your house, so it will be your entire life, your personality, the way you've been leading your entire life thus far. A lot of changes, a lot of change in perception of yours. You'll be asked to sacrifice things, or they will then be taken away. So you need to, at this moment, be in surrender, allow the chips to fall where they will. and you are going to, the more you are in resistance, the more painful things will be, the transition will be. Where you have been in confusion, in conflict in your own mind, that's going to clear up. You're going to start seeing. You have to put your head down, do the mundane, the tedious, the everyday, the same kind of work, but it is going to take care of you financially. There is something new that the universe is going to send your way, be it financial assistance, a new job offer. But instead of being stubborn, you need to step up and listen to what the universe is saying to you. Allow the death and endings and the transformation to take place. Be a team player at this time. Okay, that will really help you. Stop overthinking things. Stop giving into your thoughts as much as trusting your intuition, going with the flow. Capricorns, plant the seeds. You have to be in the trenches. You have to keep working. You can see this field has been plowed, and the rows have been made, the seeds are being planted, and now she's fertilizing, right? And that's what you need to continue to do. Don't give up now just because you're not seeing the seeds have sprouted or not. You're not yet seeing the leaves on top. You have to continue doing the work, putting in the hard work, watering, fertilizing, in the work that you do, in your own business, in whatever you are investing in. You have to continue doing the work. And it will take your inner strength, inner courage, because you might be feeling a bit discouraged. You might want to walk away from this situation, or there could be some emotional issues which are coming up because of someone who has been lying to you. A partnership, oh my god, I think that message could be relevant to you as well, where someone was a horrible partner, a friend, or someone who stole your idea or whatever, and that led you very mentally feeling betrayed, and there was something horrible over here which left you quite someone could have stolen your clients, or kind of spread rumors about your product or something like that. That's terrible. Who does that? What kind of people are we talking about here? No judgment, no judgment. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So tell me more about the strength. So it will take you strength and courage to rise up again, and to again to get out of this feeling of hurt and betrayal. And should I even continue doing this? Yes, you should, because the universe is sending you a new opportunity, a fresh new start, and there will be someone much better to collaborate with. And you've already planted the seed. I keep hearing that you've already done it, and now just before the harvest, because of someone else's bad behavior, you want to give up. Why would you? Because you feel that there is no justice. You're not getting the fair whatever over here. That's not your job. Leave that on God, right? It could have been someone you really trusted, someone you knew from your childhood. But look at this. This is what's coming for you. You'll make so much money. You'll be independent. You'll have all the, fame and fortune and success that you need. Just keep at it. That's your advice for right now, Capricorn. So, Aquas, my Aquarians. Aquarians. One card for Aquarians, please. Thank you. One for Pisces. I'm going to keep both for Pisces then. Okay. Aquarius. Learn from life. There's someone here who's an Aquarius. You could be a student, you could be appearing from some exam, for some exams, or you've been really hitting the books at this time. You're being asked to also step out into the real world. You might be afraid of starting your life because that's why you were a student, and you had your family, it was known, your dorm, your friends, everything, and now you have to step out into the real world and learn from life which may be very different from your bookish knowledge. And you might be feeling, I know a lot, but I want to stay in the safety of behind the screen, or just not wanting to step out into the real world. You're being encouraged, go experience things. You're still going to be protected, you're going to go through transformation, definitely, but that's the way life works. You have to go out, you have to take chances, you have to experience all kind of people and stuff. You're scared that do you have enough, be it time or information. You want to protect yourself, you're feeling vulnerable, don't we all? You're also afraid of rushing in or appearing to be indisciplined or inconsistent. You're afraid of just rushing into or making a impulsive, spontaneous decision. You're not, Aquarians. Your life is going to go through a huge transformation. There is going to be brand new beginnings in emotion, in the way you have been looking at things. There will be victory, there will be new opportunities. You might have to compete for a job or certain situations, which is kind of getting you all worked up and exhausted, and you feel, oh my god, do I even have it in me? Okay, but you at this time are being very slow and steady. The thing is, do not stop, don't halt, listen to your intuition. Okay, you are being guided, you do know a lot more than you think. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, and you are moving towards better time, better space. And here comes your own card, right? So you are a star, you will receive the guidance that you need. Go ahead, move forward, don't be afraid of looking like a fool. We all feel that way whenever we have to start something new. Go ahead, be cautious, take the kind of what am I trying to say? Like the Knight of Coins, he is cautious. He makes sure he goes through the paperwork, the legalities. He doesn't rush into things. So yes, take the precautions, right? But doesn't mean that you shouldn't move forward. Allow yourself. You're not going to be. You won't fall flat on your face. So Pisces, your first message is affirmation for growth. Please do your affirmations for growth, for promotion, for abundance. You need to believe that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it. And also at this time, follow your dreams, right? It is important that you trust that you can grow if you pursue your dreams, that it's something that you might have spent a lot of time, many nights doing something, and now when it comes to submitting it, you're like, what if I fail? And what if you succeed? Again, but the important thing is to work with a mentality of abundance and prosperity. I'm a magnet for prosperity, I'm a magnet for success, I'm a magnet for money. Money comes to me from various sources. Do your affirmations and believe it. Ask, believe, receive, and then maintain. People fuck it up when they receive because they don't know how to maintain that energy, that vibration, that frequency. So, yeah, you will be taking very calculated, logical decisions, or you should be. When it comes to your art, your craft, your business, you have to be logical, you have to be practical, not given to your emotions or your ego. Okay, don't be inconsistent at this time, don't be unreliable, don't be hot and cold. Be like a consistent emperor, the king of sword, who is reliable, who's logical, who's fair, who takes action. All right, justice. Again, there will be, you will receive your due. All right, this might not be the greatest opportunity or the time for you to start something new, so stay where you are for some time, though there will be a decision that you might have to take sometime in the near future when you do get another job opportunity or an opportunity to partner up with someone. All right, so those were the messages till Pisces, and I believe we should just get some final messages for everyone. Which deck do I want to use? Will I be doing a reading for the eclipse? I will try. Last eclipse was really hard on me, so overall last few messages. Okay, we'll use the kipper deck. Any messages for concluding for my viewers, for December? And I know you all are loving the shorts, so I will be doing love messages, I believe. And I have a secret surprise coming for all of you. Fingers crossed, sometime in December. And what else? Final messages for closing out for December. Finance, career, anything. Someone's marriage is coming to an end. That was to do with the karmic messages I got, with Pluto and everything. Yeah, at this time people will have to really work hard, put in the toil and labor. Some of you, they might be, some things are still at a distance, which will still take time for you to get the success, or you might be traveling for work. For some of you might be getting messages regarding your work, like a new opportunity, or like in the unset, someone might lose their job via a message or something. You might be thinking a lot about what it is that you want to do, with regards like your personal dream versus your family, your community. What should you do? Should you move? Should you not move? You might desire something like that. If you do something, they might call you selfish. You're not going to be going through that churning over the next few weeks. There is definitely someone, I called it out in the beginning, didn't I? There is a false person, and I did say something about, I didn't use the word imprisoned, but they have a history, or what did I say? That they have something fraud, they have done some kind of, they have a history. They could have gone to prison, or they will be imprisoned. Okay, there is someone who, your boss, or someone who could be an older woman, or someone leaving you an inheritance. Okay, there's someone older to you who could be very, very concerned about your financial state or the decision you might be taking with regards to your finance. It's like a confirmation of the messages we got. But some of you might be receiving sudden inheritance, and I hope it happens in a happy way. Okay, so with all of those messages, I surely hope you will comment down below and let me know how they resonated with all of you. Do give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I leave you with so much love and light. I'm Nikita from the Red Cord Tarot. Do check out these other messages as well.